hiker, everyone. Hi, hiker. It's been a bit. Hi, hiker, Zanza. Hi, hiker. Welcome. I hope you are going well today. I have been doing several things while I've been away. For one, I have been a bit anxiety-ridden about my grandfather. I like to call him Pop. He's a very cool guy. He hasn't been doing well lately. But there is some really good news. So, he's been improving a lot. And they're going to take him to a proper care home instead of the hospital. Wishing you guys the best. Oh, thank you, Zanza. I should post this on Twitter, by the way, that I'm streaming, not the other stuff, but still. Anyways, yeah. I went to visit him a couple of days ago. He was going okay, but like, he was asleep. He had been doing some stuff that was annoying. Well, not less annoying, more stuff that was endangered him and could have possibly hurt him and also the hospital workers, so they had to sedate him and he was asleep. But when he was asleep, he was very peaceful, from what I could tell. I also will say, I was planning on streaming earlier. However, I got caught up in a lot of different things. I have been thinking about many different things lately. And like, basically, well, to give you a starter on what's been happening, for instance, I have been cleaning up my desk. It's not necessarily the greatest looking desk, but it is definitely far cleaner than it was before I started cleaning it up. There's just a couple things on there that are a bit too much and some things that are still but it's a work in progress. I also have a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh cards sitting at my desk. It's a very plain white desk, but I like it. The thing I'm holding right now, by the way, this is the box that this bottle that I have tea in, not bottle, cup. This coffee cup that I have tea in came in. Basically, it's like they made the cup to be completely sustainable, including the packaging. So like, the packaging, let me just read you it. It says here, that's not the part, here, it says, our philosophy is simple, be kind to Mother Earth, to others, and to yourself. So, while this here is the important part. While the package is 100% recyclable, we have also designed it to encourage upcycling. Before discarding, how about using it as a pen holder, a children's small toy container, or a succulent pot? I decided to use it as a pen holder because, well, I have a lot of pens. I actually really like using pens to write down notes on physical pieces of paper. For some reason, even though I have devices that I can write down notes on instead, for some reason it always feels to me like pieces of paper are just like better at doing stuff. You know, it's just nice. I've also gotten a new monitor arm. My previous monitor arm had this slight issue where the monitor on the monitor arm would completely tilt down and not look back up at all. And I can't exactly use a monitor stand, mainly because, well, the vast majority of monitor stands are not very low profile, first of all, and second of all, I need a place for a thingy thing, for a phone. Hi, hiker. Gorav side? Hi, hiker. Welcome, welcome. But yeah, I need a place for a phone right in front of my monitor. And most desktop monitor stands don't tend to have that sort of space. Or if they do have that sort of space, they stick forward a bit too much, in my experience at least. I would need to go, like, literally monitor shopping to find one that didn't, like, stick back way too much or do something nice and cool. What graphics card am I using? Oh, well, the graphics card I'm using is a 4070 Super. I decided to get it instead of a 50 series because the 50 series is... Well, also just because my computer was basically dead at some point. Even now it's not great. I probably have to replace the CPU. Well, actually the computer is pretty great. It's just that my current computer is, you know, it came with not the greatest CPU, but it's an alright CPU, being honest with you. Like, I like it. Doggy! Rich. It was a gift more than anything else. But still, I suppose that's true to some extent. Now, as for... Also, you may probably hear those puppies. They are cute. Oh, hi, hiker. Hi, hiker. Seraphil. Hi, hiker. Welcome, welcome. I hope you are doing well. Also, welcome to the stream for the first time. Have I played Expedition 33? I have actually not played Expedition 33 before. I have heard about it. It sounds like a really cool game, to be totally honest with you. But, I haven't played it. Not really. It's probably going to be something I would enjoy, just since, like, I do have kind of a history with a bunch of turn-based PC games, but at the same time, Expedition 33 in particular, I don't know. I really hope they've fixed the server thing in Monster Hunter Wilds, by the way, because that is what I am playing. Thank goodness they've fixed the stupid server bug. So, let me just explain to you something super quick. So, in Monster Hunter Wilds, there was, for at least a while when I was playing it, a stupid server-side bug that mainly happened, well, just to put it mildly, essentially the server-side bug was just, it would kick you out of online multiplayer. Not that that particularly matters in this case, but it was frustrating. Oh yeah, anyways, I was going to talk about my things. So, yes, you know how I said earlier, I enjoy writing things down and on a physical piece of paper, because I think it actually helps me with focusing and getting things done properly. Oh, I bought a bunch of different notebooks, all for different purposes. Well, less I bought them, more I asked one of my parents to buy them. But it's alright. 26 years old, by the way. I'm 26 years old. Just for the record. But regardless, I got 5 new ones. And in the few days since I have gotten those 5 new notebooks, pocketbooks, which are literally the notebooks that you can fit in not necessarily the palm of your hand, but up in your upper shirt pocket, if you wear a shirt with pockets, I mean. Or just in your back pocket. The tiny ones that are 1:3 ratio of the size. 1:3, I think it is. Yeah. I basically chose functions for all of those notebooks already, and now I kind of feel like I need more of those notebooks. I am very notebook inspired. I like notebooks a lot, though. They're nice. Help a lot with other things. Also, wow, I really didn't realize just how CPU and GPU intensive Monster Hunter Wilds was. I guess I shouldn't be surprised, considering it's a Monster Hunter Wilds. A Monster Hunter game, but let me see graphics settings high. Upscaling, yep. And that should ideally make things better on the CPU and GPU. Oh, it's still doing a bunch of jumping around. I don't know what's happening with my Stream Deck software, by the way. For some reason, it's not starting up. I'll just start up Task Manager, search for Stream Deck, end it, and restart it. There we go. Stream Deck restarted. Oh. Yup. Stream Deck here. I wish you could kind of dock it to OBS. But I guess that's what a third monitor sometime down the line would be for. Let me just check something. Okay. So, let's get into Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh, where's the game? There's the game capture. Properties. Monster Hunter Wild. And there. think I might have to refresh the cache of the chat box for gaming. For some reason, it had old things on it. But now, let us get into the wilds, into hunting. Yeah. Time for the hunt. So, anyways, chat, as I was mentioning earlier, I have several notebooks I like to do things with. So, the notebooks in particular, well, let me just super quickly explain them.
There.
Ah, cute. Essentially, what I do in each of my notebooks is... So, I've kind of set up a system, which might sound a bit silly, but I think it's going to work. So I have a
Allow us to introduce ourselves.
generic notebook,
Hold on.
this notepad, just a general notepad. It's got
There's no way you should have been able to.
96 pages, 5mm rule.
How?
And on it, there is something that says
Because your sister said we were in
conversational ideas.
Nona! Where is she?
Anyways,
trouble. She's safe. Don't worry.
this guy's sister's safe. We've saved her at the end of last Monster Hunter stream. But anyways, conversational ideas, as I was saying. So, basically, the idea is, in this, I plan to put a bunch of little things and ideas
Thanks to your flair.
that I can talk about on stream. I like that. I like talking about stuff on stream. I like yapping. Okay, base camp. Meow. Kitties.
You must be
I love those kitties. They are adorable.
Please,
But anyways,
Okay.
regardless, it is the most adorable thing of all time. Well,
Your sister's just
I'm probably sounding boring talking about notebooks. Like, I have 5
This is a pretty well
of
protected
them
spot.
aside
do a
from
lot
the one
worse
I...
for an interim camp. This way.
Just a quick check. I'm telling you, we just need some space.
Hold on.
She's fine. What she needs.
Hold on a sec.
Perfectly capable of.
I think I misplaced one of them.
Nona!
Isai, you're okay.
The winds.
You see, she's fine. Now scram. Go. Back to your stations. They'll fill us in later.
Right. Yes. That's the one. It's not over there, though.
Didn't
It
properly
is
think
somewhere
it
else.
before. Everything just
I
happened
will
so
just
fast.
pop away for a second.
Didn't know what to say.
The last notebook is...
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Where did I put that?
I'm
Where did I
Isai.
put the notebook?
My sister and I are from a nearby
Volume
village.
alert, I'm just
My name is Nona.
getting away from the...
It's wonderful to meet you. I'm Alma. The others and I are here on a search. We're from a place far out west.
There we go. There we go. Anyways, I found the last notebook. But I was saying, and will continue to say, as I was saying and will continue to say, basically, there's 5 different notebooks. 6 different notebooks, and 5 of them are kind of a system for me. Well, one of them is, like, kind of maybe something I'm gonna continue doing. but not something I think I'll definitely continue doing. Anyways,
How did you end up in that situation back there?
continuing on. But as I was saying,
It was, oh my
so
God.
the 4 notebooks that I think I am definitely going to continue using
I
are
told
a
Nona to run
blue,
for it while I got
a
detention.
lavender,
But when my sacred and I
a
tried to get away,
dark blue,
we slipped,
well,
and we fell
a
into that
light blue
cave.
and a dark blue,
And so,
a lavender
exactly
and an
are the
orange
two of you?
notebook out of these ones
Right. We
are
must have really surprised you earlier.
definitely going to continue
Forgive me
being
for my
the
lack of
things that I
understanding, but
mentioned.
Do you use those tools?
I also have a black notebook that I don't know if I'm going to continue using it the way I used it at first.
Back where we're from,
Because
specialists use these tools to protect others from large creatures.
it is a bit silly.
With the understanding that they're never to be brandished at other people, of course.
But the other ones are
Only those with special permission are
basically
allowed to use them.
all completely practical.
Tools? Specialists?
Yeah.
Permission? It's all new to me. But I'm just glad you were there.
I think I accidentally swallowed a bit of my hair.
Where's this village you say you're from?
This, you know, I've been growing my hair
It's
out
just
a bit,
short distance
and
away by secret. Nona and I lived
my
with my
hair's a
grandmother.
bit of a mess, let me just tell you. So, on occasion, a bit of hair will get into my mouth.
Keepers?
And this is
No,
even
I
if
don't.
I
Sorry.
try to wash it or brush
I
it,
see.
mind
Oh,
you.
that's okay. We're actually helping our friend
And
here
this,
find his home.
and sometimes that hair is going to get into my food as well.
Keepers, huh?
And sometimes I'm going to chew the
I don't
food
remember ever hearing that name before.
and chew the
But
hair.
Elder, she
And
might know
that
something.
is not good. It happens
Thanks for letting
though.
us borrow your sacred earlier. They were a tremendous.
Anyways, the 4 notebooks.
Did you
So,
try?
I know. They're pretty true. Take this guy, for example. He was so.
can probably skip through all
won't do to
this.
keep you
Doesn't really matter
Take a
that
look at those
much.
wounds.
But anyways, 4 notebooks. Light blue. The light blue notebook is about stream times, as well as other times for things I hope to do sometime. So, like, included in this, basically I decide to, you know,
Where should we go first?
get a bunch of, write down a bunch of times about stuff I will do things for my stream. Since I have a bit of trouble already doing that sort of thing. Secret. I love the secret. Oh, thank you, Ivoriel. Thank you. Also, hi, Hiker. Hi, Hiker. Yes. Regardless. Second notebook. Dark blue. I almost dropped it. As I have been saying, so the second notebook is more of a thing that is for personal me, but basically it's about upcoming expenses. So pretty much every time I have an expense upcoming or something that I want to like do or something like that, anyways, I probably
Welcome
should
back,
talk to
Hunter.
Gemma.
Looking good out there.
Anything that's coming up,
Thanks for looking- Well,
I
we've got
am
everything set up and
going
ready
to write it
go.
down in here.
What you think?
Like, so I don't forget to pay for it or budget for it next month. Oh, at the
It's not
smithy you
ideal,
can
but
smith.
I can make do.
That is a
Especially
bit
since we might be
obvious,
on the
but
move
you know,
soon. But don't and if
I shall do the smithing. Oh, right. I can use the Chata
that's something in
Kappa
mind.
to smith some armor. Okay, so we got hope armor. Now let's see if there's Chata Capra. There is indeed Chata Capra. I don't know if I have enough
Ready
to
to
get
get to work?
everything.
Alrighty.
And here is the nice cutscene. Beep, 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 boo. For some reason, let me just say, they really put a lot of effort into making all the cutscenes, like, genuinely super satisfying to watch. Also, hi Hiker, Richard. Hi Hiker. Welcome, welcome. It is going quite well. I have just finished and I am doing some things and I am also explaining my notebook system, which is a bit silly, maybe, but I like it.
Perfection.
But yeah, upcoming expenses is the dark blue notebook. That says basically whatever I need to pay for in the next month or so. And I wanna work on it. Oh, I like this outfit.
I'm ready to work.
Fan braces,
Alrighty.
okay. Next up, lavender one. So, the lavender one is a self-rewards notebook. Essentially, what it amounts to is,
Perfection.
well, I set myself a goal, and if I actually do the goal, or like meet the goal, I actually
Ready to get to work?
get to purchase or like, you know, do stuff with the things that I write down in the notebook. So, right now, if I do 7 streams for the rest of the month, I am going to allow myself to
Perfection.
potentially buy another monitor. Probably an Ultra HD one, considering I do not actually have a, you know, what's the word? So I need a sharp thing for this? Really? How do you get a sharp thing again? It's probably easy. Anyway, how am I going? I'm going quite well. I am happy that I have managed to think up a system for the thingies. Like self-reward as a mechanism for streaming more makes me excited. Means that I want to stream more and means that I am going to do
Yeah,
pretty
it was. Bumped you
nice.
right off the ship and onto a secret. That took guts.
da-da-da.
And I'd see
Da-da.
my point.
Good memory.
Yeah, together we tore up the land, sea, and sky.
But yeah, I'm gonna get a third monitor hopefully if I manage to do 7 more streams in the month.
Well, that's enough chit chat. See you later
Which
at the big
is
huddle, yeah?
actually going to be kind of important because I am using it for a productivity purpose, but also I don't want to get it if I don't like necessarily do very well. The final book is just a miniature budget book. Like seriously. I need to have a miniature budget book. I prefer a miniature budget book to a much bigger and sillier budget book. Well, not sillier, but you know what I mean.
That was
A much
quite a show you
bigger
put on
and
back there.
bulkier budget book
They told me you
is
were
the word.
good.
Bigger
They
and
failed to mention
bulkier.
you're out of your mind.
Ba ba big ba
I'm
beep
Olivia.
ba beep
We've
ba.
worked together a lot on this expedition.
The pleasure's all mine.
I like Olivia. She is cool.
So,
Okay, nice.
there's no better
The
place to
training
learn
area
streaming.
is now
Set up
unlocking,
a training area, huh? Why don't
and
we
I
have
can
fun?
go to that training area in particular. I would probably like to talk to Nada first, though.
Hey there.
Oh,
Hi, Nada.
How are you?
my God, I was so
Hmm.
was amazing.
You think so?
Yeah.
He doesn't know what secrets are.
Well,
Doesn't
I
he
hear
live in this
cross
area?
the desert on foot.
Although, right, he does kind of live in, like,
Outside
some
the town of
underground
Tashina.
tunnel thing.
So I walked. I don't remember.
You
And
were very brave.
I guess
basically ran and escaped from there. But, you know,
me. I liked people
Oh.
sweet.
he does.
Let's talk again later.
He's just a kid learning about his own
Okay.
life. Which is pretty much what most kids are doing. That makes sense. Also, now, training area. The training area is up ahead, and it lets me practice with all my silly weapons. with the silly kitties that are in this training area. Also, what is that? I don't think I ever noticed that thing flying up in the air when I was like playing through this for the first time. It must be something secret. Nice and secret. Okay. Perhaps using the secret to look for the secret will get me something interesting. Okay, so up this way. Oh, it's a wedge beetle. This is the kind of thing that lets me swing around when it's basically the grappling hook equivalent of this game. I like it. And now, time to do some attacks. Yeah. You know, the thing about Monster Hunter is, in my experience, all I really do is basically bum rush the enemy and... Yay! I like this kitty. Kitties are cute. Especially the kitties in Monster Hunter, because they can talk, and normal kitties can't. So, they say things that are silly and cute for kitties. Now it is time to actually continue on with the quest, because for a second there I forgot I had actually started using this thing. Okay, now it's this guy who's the, I think
well,
the...
if it ain't the Avis unit. Here to
stock up on provisions, right.
It's almost time for our meeting.
Okay, time to get some meeting. Oh, look at that adorable kitty. Probably a very strong, adorable kitty, but still an adorable kitty all the same. Oh, that little cat eye smile. I love cat eye smiles. Any eye smile in my eyes
Is everyone
is
here?
super duper cute, and I love it.
Avis unit present.
Astrum unit, Rubrum unit, Turris unit, Ferrum unit,
Super,
present.
extremely
Let's see.
adorable.
Provisions, research. We're here. for
I
the
love
most part.
kitties.
Let's start
I
with
also
the good
love
news.
dogs.
Thanks to everyone, we're off to
I
an
only
excellent
have
start.
dogs, really, but I love them all the
Indeed,
same.
already made human contact.
The next thing to discuss is our short-term goals.
Already made human contact?
We have two objectives.
Sure.
Rescue the keepers and locate the white wraith that attacked their village.
The White Wraith. Yes. The White Wraith is the name of that, whatever it is, thing that was in the first
Any
cutscene.
idea how
Or at
long we
least
were down there?
the nickname of it.
I walked.
Then we'll need to split up. Make our searches
And
wide as
apparently
possible.
this kid just
Good deal.
walked straight
Except
up.
I think it'd be better if you held off
I'm
until
pretty
the
sure
support team
it's a
arrives.
bit unrealistic to just walk and, like,
No objections
non-stop if you're a child.
This
Find out something has been,
And now here we are.
well,
Finally. Thank you all.
essentially,
I'm sorry to cause so much trouble.
It's all right, lad.
you know.
We're in this together.
First things first, I think we ought to escort Nona and Isai back to their village for safety reasons.
Nona and
That seems
Sai.
wise. If we're lucky, someone there might have some information about the keepers.
Why don't we stop
Yep,
by
yep.
our tent and prepare before we go?
Okay, time to prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
Hey, can
I
one
like
of you help me
preparing
out?
for the
My stockpile of
worst and
honey's
hoping for the
running low.
best.
Is it urgent?
Honey.
How bad do you need honey? And
I
where the
like
heck is
honey.
the support team?
You know,
I
I-
told them where to find us.
I actually enjoy drinking honey with tea whenever I can. First off, it's great for sore throats, which inevitably you're going to get if you decide to actually be a streamer or anything. And secondly, is also really, really good for just making it taste nice. Like, of course, it depends on the exact formulation of honey and like what the bees were eating and stuff. I'm pretty sure I meant to do this right now. Bellico. Super cute pal. Change equipment. I think I have got the equipment that I need for now at least. Yeah. Got the stuff I need for now. Nice, nice. But yeah, I like honey. Honey as in the food, not the, you know.
Does it still hurt?
You know. Honey the food is very, very tasty, very, very delicious, and also, well, actually it's less a food. Would honey count as a beverage, or would it, or do you think it would be a sauce? I guess honey kind of counts as a sauce if you think about it. I mean, like,
We'll escort you back to
honey
your village.
as a sauce, S-A-U-C-E.
Thank you.
If you think about it, honey is viscous, comes in squeeze bottles,
We should see
and
if we can
is
scrounge enough.
certainly,
If it's honey you're
you know,
Amazing.
well then, shall we?
tasty.
You're lucky. Most people
And
don't
has
know
a lot
about
of
the
sugar
thought
in
of
it.
taking
So
it.
I'd argue honey is definitely,
for now.
definitively,
Be careful,
absolutely a sauce. At the absolute least, honey's a condiment of some kind, though I'm pretty sure, like, there's a lot of different things that can be classified as
But all
condiments,
sacred. We'll be there in no time.
including things that are
They're fast,
basically, you know,
Yes.
sugar,
Handy if you need to make
spice,
a quick getaway from a monster. They're clever
and
too.
everything nice. That's a
good
bit
at
of a
making
joke,
up
but you know
sense.
what I mean.
I don't know what my people would do. without
Honey is just really
Become
nice.
a secret
I like
weapon,
it.
too. I'm sure you'll be a great one, Nona.
Does that make honey
I see
be
a lot of
sauce?
It's like the whole valley
I
is
suppose it kind of does make honey be sauce, if you really think about it, because like,
gem chime stones.
oh, Vigormantable.
No.
That's important. That gives you food.
Once we reach the village,
Gives you food.
you'll see.
Gives you higher HP. Yeah. But yeah, honey is absolutely 120 million% a sauce. Take it from me, from my perspective. It is absolutely a sauce. No questions asked. Anyways, look at that.
Let's get closer.
Carefully.
I love that you can actually name your palico with a smiley face. It's extra adorable. Adds to the adorableness. Extremely so. Oh, how am I supposed to observe the monsters? Oh, it's probably supposed to come up and join. Approach them? Oh, I like them. These monsters are adorable and very cute. I like the big ones too. And the teeny weeny ones, those are also adorable. But yeah.
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karachnoth herd this big before.
Karachnoth?
Some of them have
That's
big
certainly a
spikes on their backs.
choice name.
That's the male. Each herd consists of one male
Oh,
and
nice.
a number of females.
So that's the Karachnoths. I wonder what those dinosaurs are. Well, those monsters are.
Here we've got Dalphodons.
Dalphodons, okay.
Wanna butt heads
They
with
do look
those
a lot
things?
like dinosaurs though. Can I be real? Like,
Don't worry.
They're like super dinosaur-like. The most dinosaur-like thingies of all time. And the third monster thingies is presumably the teensy-weensy little ones, or is it these ones? No, those are more Galinthodons, or whatever they're called. I think, at least. At the same time, I want to see them. They are cute. Oh, and those tiny monsters are adorable too. Like, extra adorable. Alright, you can slow down with that too. And those are the last ones. Talioths are those.
We don't want to get too close.
Okay, so those are aggressive monsters. Good to know. Talioths are scary, spooky creatures of skeletons. Not of skeletons. I was just thinking about spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine.
We call it wind.
I'm just being silly though. But I like being silly. Silly is fun. Silly is the funness of all time. Okay, we can time to auto run sacred. Time to auto run. Speed up a little.
All right.
Not.
This is the spot.
Oh, okay, yay.
Great.
Honey time.
Over here.
Honey
Smells
time.
so good.
1 fresh honey. 2 fresh honey. Also, are you destroying the bees' nests and literally just taking the honey out of there? I don't think that's how honey farming actually works.
The village then?
I'll be real with you.
Yes. Please follow me.
Okay, Isai, bring me to the village now.
Oh no. I was supposed to draw water. I completely forgot.
Draw water from the... Probably
Yeah,
from
Sato's gonna
the
be
river over there, behind us.
Is there anything we
I
can
like
do
water.
now?
It's nice.
Please, no.
I should take a drink of water now, actually.
It's me who owes you. a
That's
favor.
important. Remember, stay hydrated or you will dehydrated.
Do you have pictures? We're outsiders.
It's actually hydrate or you
We don't want
dehydrate.
anything to offend them.
It'll be fine. Just play it cool.
Do you think they have viewers
But
of
I
you
didn't
here?
want to ruin the...
Good question.
I mean,
The guild hasn't seen evidence. of
stay
anything else in the
hydrated or
region, but you
you
never know.
dehydrate.
I'll do my best not to start.
Let me just... Also, you can collect thing... How is it that this thing can collect honey?
We're
That
here.
seems a little bit silly. Also, bees. I like bees. They are silly. Did you know bees are actually not too fat to fly? Or, like, you know, basically, the way
sorry we're
exoskeletons
late.
work, blah blah blah.
Better late than dead.
Do you pet dolphin? I have
happened?
pet a dolphin before,
had a
I
run-in with a
believe.
giant toad.
Like,
Might have been its lunch. if
once
those people hadn't
before.
come along.
I think dolphins are adorable.
Closer.
As a matter
On
of
behalf
fact,
of the-
despite the
rescued
fact
my
that
friend.
dolphins are also
For that I thank you.
incredibly
However, your
terrifying
visit is
if
ill-timed.
you are
I
not
must ask you.
friends with them.
But we owe them our hospitality.
Aren't friends with
At
them
least one
though?
more thing,
Which means
which I am
if
sure
you're
you understand.
not even necessarily another
Simply
dolphin,
precious
but
to me.
just someone who they like,
Of course, they'll be
the
returned to your
dolphins
wife.
will indeed
Thanks for
be
letting us
very
use that.
happy and playful
We'll be
with
going
you.
then.
I like them. Okay. Alright. Right.
Did you see that? The guards
I
were
forgot about
thieves.
this. They don't
They
let
were
us use the
carrying weapons.
secrets.
Besides, didn't seem to know what weapons were either.
Although, honestly, I wonder how a society develops without even having an idea of weaponry. Like, seriously. Oh, giant
These are
buggies.
blotchy.
Giant bugs are very scary, and you should probably want to run away from them if you find them in real life. But in Monster Hunter, at least you're able to fight against them. Well, actually, in real life you're also able to fight against them. But like, you know, giant bugs aren't really as giant as I believe they are in games in real life. Right, I remember now. This is the first Deshagamer hunt. And the Deshagamers are destroying all those things and then killing the peaceful, completely non-harmful and harmless big herbivore monsters.
That thing is awfully close to the village.
Because that's kind of how it happens.
My fur.
Yeah, let's move.
The Deshagamers, yeah. The Deshagamers are super scary,
Long gnashers, sharp claws. Yeah,
but at the
I'd
same
say so.
time, you know, they're all good. All nice and good. Well, not necessarily nice and good, but like they're creatures that allow you to actually get the thingy things, the secrets, finally, because... Well, actually, I shouldn't spoil it for anyone who hasn't actually seen this game before. Oh, is this where... No, it's not. It's not where at all. Time to do some running to base camp. Oh yeah, also herb. Herbs are important.
Almost there.
They're very important. Especially for health reasons. Did you know a lot of traditional medicines, and also actually standard modern medicines, I think, I don't actually know, are made of herbs? It's weird. But it... well, actually, that's probably extremely obvious. Like, the most obvious thing of all time. I like these cute kitties.
I guess they have their reasons.
Kitties,
For now,
cute.
let's worry about getting this honey to provisions.
Kitties, the cutest.
With all the new personnel showing up, this honey could really make a difference.
Good idea.
If you say so. But at least I do have honey now, which is nice, and also a source, definitively, absolutely 100%. It's not anything other than a source.
Little bird
Regardless,
told me you needed
chat,
some honey.
what do you tend to use honey for, if you actually use it at all? I mean, honey really is just a kind of liquefied sugar if you think about it. Although it's also processed by the bees, and they work together to actually make it look, you know, nice. Okay, let's see. I don't believe you can actually buy chemicals or anything, but it's all good. Anyways. Okay, so now I get to talk to her. And that means we get to do a weapon time. We get the second level of the Dacus. Da 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 dum. Da 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 da.
Alrighty.
You got this game for free when you bought the 9700X, but you have until June 6th to redeem it. You should probably redeem it at this point then, if you got it for free and you have yet to redeem it at this point. Because that seems a little silly to me. Oh yeah, right. You can get ore from outcrops. That is important. I wonder if you can make a meal yet? I'm pretty sure you can make a meal at some point soon, but not right now. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. Talk to Alma, who is over here. Where? Where is she? I can't find her. Alright, it has that. Has that sign. That super obvious big green sign on my thing. There you are.
Can I talk to you?
Time to talk to Alma. You gotta buy the rest of your PC parts? Ah, yeah.
It's about the support
I
team
can
and that
kinda
download.
get it. Oh.
An
Looks
SOS
like
flare.
the support
Come on.
team is in
Be careful out there,
much
Hunter.
danger.
Follow the scout flies.
The timing, the direction, it must be them.
Okay.
Hurry!
Move those hindquarters.
Fun fact. Did you know people can just drop down super far in the Monster Hunter world without actually dying or anything?
Support team must be in trouble.
Wiggly Lich. This is one of the things that gives you extra stamina.
Hold on, everyone. I'm a
God bug. Not sure what that is. Just gives you God bug essence. Alright, yeah. God bug does give you something particularly important. It's very nice. Another Wiggly Lich.
Here they are.
But basically what the God bug does is it makes you able to do the thing. And by do the thing, I mean it makes you able to craft the life powders, which is nice. Cute. They are indeed very cute. Am I playing this on console or PC? I am playing it on PC. Which is why I took so long to start it, because, well, you know, Monster Hunter, I had a GPU driver update, so that meant that Monster Hunter required shader compilation. And shader compilation is, oh, let's just say, oh, whoops, I think, oh, no, wrong way round, there we go. Yeah, I just had a moment, but anyways, as I was saying, PC had to shader update because of the graphics card, which had a driver update.
Are we allowed to?
Or compile shaders, rather. Not shader
Thank
update,
you.
per se. Sacred!
Find somewhere safe.
We'll meet up later.
Yay! I love Sacred. Monster Hunter Wilds has a lot of the pretty good stuff what graphics has to use. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this earlier to someone else, but it is the 4070 Super, I think? It's a thing. I like 4070 Super so far. It's real nice. I am trying to run it on decent settings, at least. But hey,
Take it from here.
it's okay.
Go.
Nice card? Thank you. It is a nice card. I like the performance. Anyways, big chicken monster rooster basilisk time. You know, when I first played this game, I was actually thinking, I think it would be really cool if you got to destroy the monsters and then put them to parts, like like the characters do in Dungeon Meshi / Delicious in Dungeon, which, well, you know, that is, if you have heard of that, you probably know what I mean. Anyways, Delicious in Dungeon / Dungeon Meshi. I really like that anime. Okay, Squamatrous time. I like this. I like the combat system though. I think it would be extremely cool if you were able to do magic, but I'm pretty sure you're actually able to do magic. It's just that none of the close quarters weapons that I enjoy actually have the magic ability. But, like, you know. Ah, I can do a focus strike at this point. Nice. And Vector. Quamatrix down. Well, not down, actually. I don't know what's wrong. In my experience, I'm usually better than this. Maybe it's the weapon choice that I had last time, because last time I played, I chose the charge blade, and the charge blade is extremely intuitive for some reason, at least for me, while this game is actually this weapon actually feels quite a bit harder, despite the fact that it seems really, really cool. And I like the demon mode thing. Use potions to restore your health when running away. And that is what I shall do. Or you can use paratoads or vine traps. Nice. That's pretty cool. You've heard people say the gameplay loop is pretty pointless compared to the other Monster Hunters. Is that true in my experience? Well, see, the thing is, Monster Hunter Wilds is basically my first Monster Hunter game.
Looks like it's moving to a new area.
So I wouldn't really be able to say as compared to anything like that. Real Monster Hunter gameplay begins at DLC. That is generally what I have heard people say. And nice. That it begins at the DLC or post-game content, at least. I'm like a pretty decent fan of this game so far. I enjoy it a lot. But I am not the type of person who has, like, spent hours every single day grinding it. However, I do kind of like it enough that I think I might actually try that at some point. Oh! Another time. And I love how this always puts you into, not necessarily demon mode, but you know, puts you into your special mode for whenever you purchase the thing. Wah, 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 wah! Ah, that is a ban evader in my Twitch chat. Thank goodness it actually didn't show up because it was restricted. You have a 5070, you should be getting the same performance I have in this game when you build your PC. Yes, indeed. Well, unless you decide to use the frame generation properties of the 5070. But, you know, those kind of things are definitely something that is a person-by-person experience. Now time to give a little monster killing spree. Oh, it's running away. Sad. Cute? Oh, thank you, I suppose. I'm not necessarily sure if I would call myself cute. Endemic life. Although that is a Dashagama, I'm pretty sure, so that's actually a monster as opposed to an endemic creature. And this is where the Senatress likes to call its home. And time to be even more bleeply against it. Have I played Doom the Dark Ages? No, I have not actually. I have played the other Dooms, but I've heard Doom the Dark Ages is actually quite, you know, it's quite a difference compared to the other new Dooms. Though I do enjoy the other new Dooms so far, so I would probably enjoy Doom the Dark Ages to some extent. Just dinner. I was still playing Doom, all the other Doom games on my old PC though, to be fair. But like, all the Doom games are basically really well optimized. Or at least the first two new Doom games are basically really well optimized for like being able to be played on literally any console whatsoever. So, you know. And by literally any console, I mean any PC setup whatsoever. And that's actually quite nice, in my opinion. So I gotta sharpen first. And then here we go. Here we go, go. Here we go. Here we go, go. Nice. Crematress hunted, and now we should have the ability to get food. Yay. Corpse carving. So the scope is much larger, more enemies on screen, bigger environments. People say it is too expensive though. Yeah, I've heard it's very expensive. Like, extremely expensive. At least compared to a lot of the other Doom games that I've heard about. Ooh, slashberry. Interesting. Slicing ammo, slashberries. Another god bug. God bugs are nice. I like the god bugs. Bone piles are interesting. They have mystery bones, which will allow you to craft the stuff that craft a particular thing. And now, time to end the quest. Yay! Done. Quest complete with a crematress dead and a mystery bone here. And also a bunch of honey. I like honey. It's definitely a sauce though. Like, there's no way honey is not a sauce. It is some kind of condiment. Although I suppose you could maybe call it a syrup, but I guess honey to me just like feels less syrupy and more saucy. Oh, clematrice. Uh-oh, I didn't carve the tail.
Can I ask what?
I thought you might need the.
Okay,
That'll come in handy.
secret. And we get a hunter rank cap increase. Yay. I'm gonna go out and try and look for the clematrice. You used to put honey in your Cheerios when you were a child? Good stuff. Nice. You know they have actual honey Cheerios though? Though I suppose it's slightly different. Okay, ingredient center. Tom the Tomato Kitty. I didn't even realize he was meant to be a tomato kitty, by the way. Until, like, literally today. He's literally wearing a tomato beanie on his head. How did I not realize he was meant to be a tomato kitty? Purveyor. Okay. So yay, the better you eat, the nicer stuff that you'll have. So, time to get some food. Food. I like food.
Have you selected your weapons? Sounds like we're going to that
Although I
village.
suppose everyone likes food.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I hope someone there can help
Sleeping
us.
time? Okay, thank you. Bye-bye, Kurt. Ivorio. Bye-bye, Kurt. Sweet dreams and have a good night.
How are you holding up?
I'm okay.
And also, hi,
Yes.
Kurt Lost Link. Oh yeah.
So,
Oh
does
yeah,
that weapon ever get
indeed.
too-
Not really. I'm used to it.
You thought
Eyes
cats
do not
hate
follow the
tomatoes?
backwards.
Well, I think it depends on the person.
Let's talk.
Okay.
Really? But like, you know. Anyways, Ferdinand, I forget, is Ferdinand the guy who's an asshole, or is Ferdinand the other guy? Oh no, wait, Ferdinand is the little Yoda creature.
Greetings, Hunter. I'm happy to inform you that we've laid the
That
groundwork
is
for
good
our
to know.
master studies in this region.
He does look a lot like Yoda though.
Capable hunter
Female.
like you.
I like that.
So we
I like Yoda-like creatures. They are adorable, but also very silly. This game has a lot of yapping. Yes, it does have a lot of yapping. It has more story than the other Monster Hunter games, from what I've heard. But also, basically... a new quest unlocked. So I can talk to Alma, then Yisai. Probably want to talk to Alma first, because I don't want to start it too late. I want to get the optional objective. Yisai is here, and here is Alma.
Got a minute? Sure.
Quest counter.
I'm glad you're on the...
Well, I guess that will happen.
Got a minute?
Got a minute.
Sure.
I'm glad you're on the team. Actually, I might as well ask her about herself, what she does for fun and stuff.
But is it true you studied under Fabius at the academy?
Fabius, is that the big beard guy?
But yeah, I did. Though our fields were different, his being biology.
It must be the big beard guy.
Either
He
way,
had a
by the time I
biology
finished, he roped
field.
me into joining his research team.
Interesting.
That's when we found Nata.
When your field is cultural anthropology, right?
Anthropology.
Yeah, I started reading up on
Cultural
all kinds of
anthropology
cultures,
is a
eras,
very
then
nice,
that got me
cool
interested
thing.
in
I like
lots of
anthropology.
languages.
The idea of studying people and studying culture
Here we
and
are.
stuff like that is all nice. Super great. Though I do wonder, what does she actually
What
do
sort
for
of things do you do
fun?
for fun?
That is
Not sure
certainly
it meets
a
one's definition of
response.
fun, but I like to
Or
dabble in
archaeology is actually a
People,
pretty
for the
fun
most
thing.
part, haven't changed much throughout the ages, but I'm
I would
drawn to the
say,
ones that tell
if
their
you wanted to be an
stories.
archaeologist, I
I've
think
heard so many
you would be
stories
having a
unusual
lot of
characters
fun
such
with
fascinating
the
history.
archaeology.
They might not look like much, but if we ever get the
Da,
chance,
da,
might
da,
be delighted to show
da.
you sometime.
Okay, thank you, Alma.
I'm glad you're on the team.
Well, thank you.
Yay! And now I can actually get myself some food. Grill a meal. Using your rations to prepare a meal. Make stuff. Okay, so we got meat, fish, and veggies. Think I'm gonna do meat. For some reason, on the other account, it has multiple options as opposed to simply just one option. But I like meat. Meat is nice. Extremely nice. I like eating meat. I like tasting meat. Although, at the same time, it does get a little bit, you know, dire when you think about it. Considering that meat, does actually come from things that are alive. Okay, east side top.
Ready to go?
Yes, I am ready to go. Well, I mean, plants technically also come from things that
My
are
village
alive.
awaits.
But plants at the same time are not quite the
Okay.
same. Well, actually,
Go.
that's actually kind of a scientist, like, thingy thing that a lot of different people have arguments about. And like, you know,
And hatchlings too.
but oh well.
But training them
It
is a lot of
shall
work.
be
And only
quite
those who
the
put in
fine
practice can
thing.
join the
Oh,
vanguard.
So then, softball.
Yes,
I'll get a
towards
herb,
the vanguard.
and that will create a potion.
Gate crashing while he's away. What's not to like about
Okay,
this
great
plan?
crashing. Nice. Ivy. What does Ivy make again? I'm not sure. Herbs are very important, but they're not quite the same as Ivy, apparently.
And to keep the sacred when they picked up your scent. I didn't even have to find you. They did.
Oh,
Really are clever.
right, I forgot. Sacrets are essentially hunting dogs, but for Monster Hunter. So they're like Monster Hunter's new equivalent of chocobos, because I am pretty sure that the Sacrets are going to be pretty popular in this installment. Like, seriously. Vigor Mantle Bug, nice. Vigor Mantle Bug makes it so your HP is higher. I like that. Higher HP is always important. Anyways, Time to go into the village of the Whispering Winds. I always say stuff a little silly.
Greetings, brother. May we enter?
Greetings.
But I like being a little silly.
This way, friends.
Thank you very much.
Being a little silly is indeed quite nice. It is my function. It is my purpose. I shall be silly until the day ends, and for the next day, and until that day ends too, and the next day, and then days after that, and the next year, and the next decade, and the next century, and the next millennium. And basically, I'm gonna be silly for all time.
Come on.
I like the silly. It's nice. I should take a little drink of water.
What's all the fuss about?
Who's that? What's that on her back? That's huge!
I like this cap. I should use it more. Basically, what I'm talking about is it's pretty much a Yeti cap. You know those Yeti bottles? It's a Yeti cap that's a chug cap, which is like the thing you, oh, baby secrets, baby secrets. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, I love them. I love them so much.
Not at all.
They are incredibly
this might be a good
adorable,
chance to talk to
amazing,
villagers.
cute, and super fantastic.
I'll have a look around.
Me too! Me too!
If my number one purpose is to be silly, my number two purpose
up later.
is to
Shall we?
squee at cute things because I love them. They are the silly. I am the silly.
Let's go!
I know many sillies,
Right,
but I am one of the biggest sillies. Look at this little creature. Look at it. Look,
Check out
look,
this
look,
stone
look.
bird.
Such a cutie. So adorable. Oh. I forget, can you use photo mode? I'm pretty sure you can use photo mode at some point, but at which point are you allowed to use photo mode? Cannot be used right now. Unfortunate.
There.
I want to take a photo of it.
I'm using this
How'd that
stone
secret?
to craft gem chimes.
I wish I could.
These are what keep the village safe.
I love the pig too, by the way. I just forgot about this. Oh, sorry, little one. Sorry. Hello. Oh, so cute.
Wanna play?
Honestly, I think the fact that Monster Hunter Wild took the secrets and decided to include them was a very good idea. I think people are really, really gonna enjoy the secrets. Oh, where's the woman tending to the fire? It's both over here. So this is the elder, I think, and this is the woman tending to the fire. Okay. Okie dokie. Her name is
Hey there.
Amarni. Like anemone, but not really.
Someone use milk drops before?
Wilk drops,
Yo,
right.
waiter, what'd you find?
Ooh,
Hang on.
what did I...
is this?
Wilk
How does it
drops,
work?
yes,
Can you
apparently.
show me?
I don't know what Wilk is. Well, actually, I do know what Wilk is, but it's a bit of a spoiler. Apparently, the Wilk
Did you see that?
is indeed quite a
Lit up like
fuel.
some kind of
Quite a
glow.
strong one, too, as a matter of fact.
Definitely something strange.
I like
about
it, though.
though.
It's cool.
Have you had a chance
It's
to ask the
nice.
elder about the keepers yet?
Cool and nice. Okay, let me talk to the elder. Because I'm pretty sure photo mode activates after talking to the elder or something. It at least activates really soon, to be honest. I gotta take pictures of the secrets though. I like them.
We're just glad
Tiny
they're safe.
secrets
Thank you, friend.
are the most adorable creatures of all time. And I love them. I love them so much. So much, as a matter of fact, that I want a bird now. I want a little chicken.
Like a wild beast.
Little
bristling
super
with
adorable,
life.
tiny, cute chicken.
Once your
And then I will
business
probably
here is
feel guilty
complete,
about the
you
fact that
should
it is a
find
chicken.
shelter.
And
Before that,
chickens
we
tend
need
to
to
be
ask you
eaten.
something.
And that
Have you
will
ever
result
heard
in
of a
me
people known as
stopping
the
eating
keepers?
food.
Oh,
And
we're
by
trying to
stopping
locate
eating
this
food,
girl's
I mean
home.
eating meat. Despite the fact that I do
Keepers?
actually enjoy meat.
No, I can't say the name is familiar.
And that will make me
But
sad.
child, you're
Because
so
meat is
young.
tasty.
How did you
Even though it is
forgive
a
me?
little bit
I should
ethically
not
fraught
ask such
to
painful
put it in a way that
It's all right.
isn't,
Thank
like,
you so much for your
you know,
time.
rather silly. Creatures and animals that people make into meat, you know, a lot of them are pretty smart if, like, you actually think about it, or if you've actually met or had them as pets. Although chickens are kind of dumb, but, like, they're not, like,
I think it's
dumb,
time we head over
dumb.
to Isai's
They're
house.
dumb, like, cute dumb, from what I know. Oh, whoops. That was an alarm. It was an alarm for a thing. It is my secret. I like my sacred cutie. Cute, cute cuties. I like the cuties. They are cute and cuties.
Come in.
Anyways, oh, is this where we get to do the photo mode? That would be cool.
Welcome.
Oh,
Greetings.
that's
Thank you so
kind.
much for inviting us.
Try find
We're
photo mode.
travelers from the west.
Well, I
We've heard about
found photo mode, but it is currently
Yes, of
disabled,
course.
I believe.
You help my grandchildren. Tell me how I can help, and I
She
shall.
is a very nice lady.
Welcome to our home.
I do actually kind of like the way they,
Please, have a seat.
like, wear horns on their head, though. It's pretty nice.
Thank you so much again
Pretty,
for your warm
pretty nice.
hospitality.
It's the very least we can do. We hope you enjoy the meal we prepared.
The absolute least. Anyways, yeah, they make a kind of weird pizza bean thing. I don't know much about it,
It looks so tasty.
but it,
Yes,
I'm
thank
pretty
you.
sure it's actually based on a weird,
As
a
we gather
real
here
world
together,
food, so I
may
think
we so share
it would
in the winds
probably
bounty.
be actually legitimately
Please,
delicious if
help
I
yourself.
decided to eat it.
Yes, yes.
You know,
You heard him.
it's really nice. It looks really soft too.
It's so fragrant.
Really,
Do you
really
use a special
soft.
kind of flour?
And
I don't know about
tasty.
special, but it pairs well with the beans.
Music, yay. Oh right, it's cheese. I forgot about that. Those things are actually cheese, yep. And it is a type of pizza. I don't know what exactly type of
Like
pizza
home cookie.
it is, but you know. It looks like roti tempeh. Is that how it's pronounced? Well, roti or roti, however it's pronounced. But you know. It does look incredibly tasty, as a matter of fact, so that is good to know that
Thank you for the delicious meal.
it
We're
looks
very
like
grateful.
real thing.
When you were so busy too.
Nonsense.
Delicious
We're
meals
delighted
tend to
have
be
you.
quite delicious.
It
The
didn't feel right
deliciousness
parting
of
the way
all
we did.
time. Wait, I just repeated myself. But anyway, as I was
They say the
saying,
monster with
delicious
long, thick
meals
fur near the
tend to
village.
be extra
That
filling.
sounds like a doshaku.
Mainly because,
They never
well,
used to
you
venture
know,
out of the forest.
when you eat something and it
There's a
tastes
forest?
good, your body
Yes.
is like,
Up the river and beyond the
this
grasslands.
must be filling. I don't even know if this is true,
We've
by
been
the way. I
encountering
could be
doshaku a lot
wrong, but
recently.
you know.
They attack our livestock, so we keep them penned up here.
And then your body
Fortunately, the Gen
thinks
Chunks
of
protect
less
us.
stuff because it is a
Bunch of
thing.
ornaments make you feel safe?
Yes, you see, this region
That's
is
not
home to a
how it
creature
works,
that even the
probably.
Doshaguma fear.
But you know what I
Just so happens
mean.
that
You
the gem
feel more
stones don't look like
sated
that
because you had something
And
that
that's enough
your
of a
body
deterrent.
enjoys the taste of. It is brilliant and fantastic. What's this about an approaching sandstorm in this case?
It'll be here before long, and we have to make sure the village is
Ah,
prepared.
that is dangerous. A sandstorm
told
could
that there's
create
intense
a
lightning as well as
way
wind.
for
It must be
monsters
an
to
ordeal.
go in. Ah, yes,
but
right,
one
lightning.
The village needs in order to survive.
What do you mean?
After the sandstorm comes the
The
new spring,
lightning
when life is
is
restored to all the earth.
something really cool. Actually, the lightning is specifically, I think, created by the Raid
I
Howl,
do, and our
which
patience
is,
is rewarded with a
was in the
season of
beta, so
betting.
it's not actually that much of a spoiler.
I heard that Nata has been searching.
They're called the keep.
Oh, I wish. I
So
could say
apparently, these old people have not heard of Nata's homeland, which is weird because they live in the
suppose
same
we'll take our
place
leave now.
as him,
Thank you for the wonderful food
as
and
where
company.
his homeland people live in.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Let's
I'm
start
pretty
heading back to
sure
base camp.
this is where the Doshagamas start coming into the base and messing up everything in the process. Actually, no, that's the next day or
So,
something.
What's next?
The next
Let's head
quest,
to the forest.
maybe? Ah,
Right.
not
and
quite.
Maybe we should look into the Doshaka
Forest
while we're at it.
quest first.
But for today,
Doshaguma.
let's rest. We can
Doshagama.
start our investigation fresh tomorrow.
Yay! For now, let's
Nata
rest.
can ride with me. How about
And
we meet
I
up on the path
think,
to the forest
for
and go from
now,
there?
Since the characters are resting,
Perfect. See you all tomorrow.
perhaps I should also do a little rest too. Yay. Yay.
We should prepare properly before heading to a new area. Gemma
Prepare
and Nata said
properly
they'll catch
before
up.
heading to a new area. Gotcha. But first, field surveys and optional quests, and then when the ingredients run out, eat some more food. But anyways, as I was saying, our photo mode is available here. So, regardless, that being said, I need to get to bed soon, kinda. So, despite the fact that my stream is a little short, I am going to cut it off right here. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. Hopefully, everyone is going to have a fantastic day, night, morning, evening, or midday, wherever any of you are. Tomorrow, hopefully, I shall stream once again. This time much earlier, probably. And probably doing something different. But regardless, all I can say is, bye-bye, Kerr. Bye-bye, Kerr. Sweet dreams. Have a good day. Love you all. Bye-bye. And have a fantastic time doing whatever it is you need to do. Bye.